Hello, beloved listeners, and welcome to Snake People at the Movies, film criticism by people who actually like film. Join us as we dive into movies we love, movies we respect, and movies we wish we could unsee. It's the podcast where we talk about growing up and living queer, nerdy, and depressed, online and at the cinema. From the kids who are not ready for Kenobi, it's Sneople at the Movies. I'm Helena.
I'm Ezra.
And I'm Matty.
I feel like
I
I
don't
should have
have an
given
intro for this one.
I feel like I should have given Kenobi more emphasis to emphasize that we were talking specifically about the television show Kenobi.
I was gonna say, I almost was like, we should say the Kenobi show, but like, whatever. I've been calling it, even though it's just titled Kenobi, I've been calling it the Kenobi show, as if people don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Anyway.
Saying the Kenobi show to me makes it sound like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, sort of.
Yeah, okay, well, on today's, but
Mr.
Ewan
Kenobi's
McGregor
desert
would be a good, thing for Richard, like, oh my god, I can't talk today. Can you imagine Ewan McGregor in a cardigan doing the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood routine?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Can kind of do that, yeah.
Yeah.
In his Down with Love hair, yeah.
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 Bring back the Down with Love hair.
So guess who we're talking about this week?
Hi.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard guess.
Welcome to Sneople at the Movies. We're gay and we love Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
So we're dedicating a whole episode to him, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. The Kenobi show is gonna come out.
Oh god. How
Sorry,
long?
Z.
Yeah, right after.
It comes out the day after this episode comes out. So if you were hearing this on release day, Kenobi is happening tomorrow. And if you're hearing it after release day, Kenobi's probably already come out.
And
so
if you're hearing this after Kenobi's come out, you can still try tweeting at us, but we're probably dead.
Yeah. And you're in the future. You should feel cool about that.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Time marches on.
Pretty sick.
Horribly.
Yeah.
So for what we sneep, I have seen Revenge of the Sith. I'm continuing my Star Wars rewatch, so I just went right into Revenge of the Sith. I saw Moon Knight. I just kind of crunched that in like a day. Really liked it, actually. This is the first MCU thing I've seen in a really long time, and I was like, oh shit, this is how the MCU used to make me feel. And it's completely removed from the rest of the MCU. So
I've had the song stuck in my head all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the song.
I don't actually know what you're talking about.
The one that plays on the radio all the time when he's waking up.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's just been stuck in my head for like...
It is an earworm, for sure.
27 hours.
Yeah. Oscar Isaac is king of the universe, and I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
I watched the Star Wars Vision show, which is the anime show that's Star Wars. Of course, I fucking watched it. Mm-hmm. It was really good, actually. Great animation.
Yeah.
Watched Shrek 2 for some reason.
Sure.
We had a friend over, and she was having a hard day, and she's like, I want to watch Shrek 2. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to say no to that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I finally watched Malignant, which fucking ripped ass.
Yes!
Kicked so much ass, so good.
I listened to I finally listened to the Ruined podcast describe Malignant in great detail, so I know what you're talking about.
Great, we can talk about it.
Genuinely
Perfect.
Does sound like not something I'm ever gonna want to watch, but does sound like it kind of rips.
Yeah. I rewatched Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I haven't seen that movie since like middle school, and I just had a random craving to watch it. So good.
I've
Definitely
never
holds
seen
up.
It.
Like,
really? Oh my god, do you want to watch Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Sometime,
I love that movie.
yeah, for sure. George Clooney is really just hamming it up. He's really fucking going for it, and as I've said in the podcast, Odysseus is my problematic fave, so I'm loving it. I had a blast.
I genuinely love George Clooney when he gets to be hammy.
I think it's great
when he gets to be a ham.
It's also much like Ocean's 11. He's trying to get his wife back, which is another ideal role for him.
George Clooney, wife guy.
He's trying to man who like got in trouble, went to jail, and is now trying to get his wife back. It's like George Clooney has done that role twice now, and it's weird that he's done it twice.
Like
but
if
he's really good
I
at it.
$1.
Yeah,
I'd have $2, but it's weird that he's done it twice. But he's great at it. He really sells it. I watched Solo as part of the rewatch. It was fun. I was like, I remember this movie had big fun. It's kind of forgettable, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I watched the Star Wars Clone Wars animated movie. Someone posted on Instagram a like stuff to watch before Kenobi. That's like the week ahead of time, so I'm just kind of watching my way through that. So I watched some of the show too.
Did you watch the Rico Hardin arc yet, or are you about to watch the Rico Hardin arc?
That is tomorrow.
Live text that to me, please.
Will do. No, today was the Mandalore plot combined with for some reason, Bail and Padme play detectives, which is a fun episode, and I love it, but Obi-Wan is not in it at all. And
but Bail Organa is, and Obi-Wan Bail ship supremacy. I mean,
yeah. And also I love Padme Amidala so much. She's insane.
They're so bananas.
They're literally that, like, I forget what website it's from, but it's like a whole precinct is full of loose cannons. That's them.
Yeah. Yeah. As I get older, I feel like I appreciate Padme and Anakin because I am now, like, older than their characters are supposed to be. And I'm like, because, you know, I was like, I was always like, oh, you know, like, this is such, it's not romantic, it's such, like, a problematic blah, 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 whatever. It's like, no, they're just both absolutely bug fuck insane.
And they're babies. Anakin is 19 when they get married, and she's, like, 23 or 24.
Yeah.
Like, they're just young and insane, and also have led the weirdest possible lives that they could have led.
Yeah.
Neither of them have had, like, a normal upbringing. So they're just nuts.
Yep.
And then their two sane, quote-unquote, friends are Obi Wan Kenobi, who's also stupid, and Bail Organa, who can be talked into almost anything.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Padme's like, I'm going to investigate the death of this diplomat. And Bail's like, I think that sounds like a bad idea. And one of the other diplomats like, Bail, you should go with her. And he's like, sure.
You fucking pushover.
What? Yeah.
Love.
I love him. Anyway, and then I watched Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, you did.
Which is very good. It's very good. I've never seen anything by Mike Flanagan before. Actually, this is my first thing I saw, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I get why people say he's made a series of great television shows. But this was the first thing where I was like, I understand his style now, and I think it works really well. I don't know if I ever want to watch... I have to watch The Shining again at some point. I don't have to. I would like to, but I feel uncomfortable watching it knowing what happened in the background, whereas I was like, I would absolutely watch Dr. Sleep again.
I wonder
I texted...
Sorry, I wonder if you could just read the... if you could read the book and get the same thing. If Dr. Sleep is loyal to the movie adaptation or the book adaptation more.
It is definitely referencing the movie adaptation. There are a lot of visual cues from the movie adaptation. I don't want to read the book because I don't actually like Stephen King as a writer that much. And I don't want to read Dr. Sleep the book because I was talking to Ben and I was like, hey, you like Mike Flanagan, you like The Shining, have you watched Dr. Sleep? And he's like, I tried to listen to the audiobook and there's like child sexual abuse in the first 10 minutes. And I was like,
boy, okay, no, thank you.
Sick. The movie, as far as I can tell, does not have that. And I watched it, it does not.
Love Stephen King.
So,
okay.
What is wrong with that man? I cannot understand.
I swear.
So I don't want to read either of the books.
Valid.
But the movie was really, really good, and I would I texted Ben immediately afterwards. It was like, we have to watch Dr. Sleep. I promise you, it does not have the issues the book has.
Sweet.
Honestly, I would probably watch Dr. Sleep if I had if you would watch it with me.
Absolutely, easily. I will say, as a warning. In kind of like the first third, there is like a kid that is killed, and it's fairly graphic.
Okay.
Which like it doesn't feel gratuitous. I mean, obviously, kids being killed. It doesn't feel gratuitous to the fact that you're like, oh, this is for shock value. It's really like, oh wow, these people are animals. The people who are doing this are
really awful.
Yes, and they specifically target children for a reason, which is also like, Steven, you need to get over this, man. But
he only wrote like 1,200 pages on this already, didn't he? And then he continues to write about it. And then
I just don't understand.
We could do an entire episode about how messed up,
just about what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
But I think that Mike Flanagan does a very good job of making it palatable. Not like the kid murder, but like the original text. Because I have no desire to read the book, but I'm like, yeah, this was a great movie. Everybody in it was very good. I don't know. It had scary moments. I didn't personally find it scary, but I can understand why other people would.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll talk about it again later because Ewan McGregor plays the protagonist.
Good for him. Love that for him.
That's me. Yeah.
I'm not doing a What We Sneep this time because I legitimately don't remember because of medical reasons. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Me
too. I have squirrel brain.
Happy to offer some more for you to discuss. I rewatched Castle in the Sky. I think, did we talk about that last time? No, that was on something separate.
We did not.
I haven't seen that in a really long time. I really enjoyed that.
So good.
Love the pirates. They're my best friends. Love Mark Hamill in there. So it's technically like a Star Wars movie.
Amazing.
Wait, who does he voice?
He plays the bad guy. The
Oh my god, you're right.
The bad guy.
Yeah, that was one of my
prince, whatever, the king.
Yeah.
So we were about to say something
favorite.
Else. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite Ghibli movies growing up. It was like that and The Cat Returns were my favorite. So I was excited that you watched it again and liked it because I love that movie.
It's sick. The aesthetic of the robots too. I was just like, I'm in love with this. I watched The Lost City, which is the new movie romantic comedy adventure with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum and my best friend Daniel Radcliffe, who plays the villain in that movie. Obviously, he's having a great time, and I am so happy for him. He looks great.
What is the
he's wearing
premise of that movie?
The premise of the movie is that Sandra Bullock is a romance writer, but she used to be like she was a historian and kind of an archaeologist.
Okay.
So she wrote these romance novels about this adventurer, kind of like a female Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And then she became an author. And her husband died recently, within the past couple of years, and she's still trying to get over her husband's death and like kind of like an Up situation, which is, I can't believe I'm saying that, but she's like has to go out to find a new adventure, and she can't write a good story. And her agent, who it was, I can't remember the actress's name who played her agent, but she was fucking hysterical. And then Channing Tatum is the guy who is the male model for the guy on the cover of her romance novels. And then,
you know what?
Daniel
Radcliffe,
she writes a book about this lost city and this code in it. And Daniel Radcliffe, who is this like, what's the real world equivalent of this? He's like not Elon Musk, but he's like a super rich, like
he's like a super rich megalomaniac.
Kinda. And he like wants to find the lost city, and he's convinced that she, like with her background, she actually can find like decode this thing to uncover this lost city where this treasure is. And so he kidnaps her. And Channing Tatum is like, I'm gonna go, has like this crush on her, but there's like misunderstanding. So he's like, I'm gonna go rescue her. And then that way I'll be able to like prove myself to her and show her that I'm not just like a dumb male model. And so he calls Brad Pitt, who's like a military extractor, to come with him. And then shit goes wrong. So that's basically the first like 20 minutes of the movie.
Okay, there's a lot of movie happening in that movie.
A lot of movie happening. I wouldn't say that it's a good movie, but I had a good time. Channing Tatum was really
sometimes that's all that matters.
Funny, and I love him.
He's so funny. I love whenever he does a comedy role because he's hilarious.
Yeah, and he's not playing like this, like the jock type, like the competent man in that movie. He's playing like the John Hannah type character in terms of like, this is my level of competence, because he's a male model. He's not actually skilled in any of this stuff. So it was nice to see him grow into the character, I mean. And yeah, I had a good time. I've been going through some Shakespeare stuff recently, so I rewatched the Henry IV Part 1 at the Globe with Roger Allen's Falstaff and Jamie Parker's Hal, and finally watched Part 2 with them as well. It's just so fucking good, man. It's just
literally
so
the
good.
only time I've ever liked Henry IV Part 2.
It's insane, and like it's never hit me in the same way before, and I was like, this is the ending of this play is going to wreck me, isn't it? And it did. I was like, he's gonna do something with the Falstaff rejection that's gonna like kill me. And not only that, Falstaff has like this whole speech about like about wine and how and like the whole, it's like a sanguinity and like speech or whatever. And he's like, and I was like halfway through it, I was like, oh, I get it now. This is about how he sees himself as Hal's real father because he doesn't think the king has had any real influence on him because the king is different. And he's like, if I had 1,000 sons, I would do this. And the way that he says that, you're just like, this man's gonna get his entire shit wrecked, and I'm so heartbroken about it. I was crying alone in my apartment about fucking Falstaff. I'm so pissed about it. I'm so mad at Roger Allam. Anyway, Stan Globe TV, where you can buy Globe Productions for £1.99 or £9.99.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how much money that is in actual American dollars. I didn't do the math.
Buddy. It's
yeah.
pence.
Actual it's pence. Shillings is
it's no longer shillings.
I don't believe that England ever progressed out of the 19th century, so it's shillings over here to me.
Fuck's sake.
Shillings all the way down.
Shillings all the way down.
Anyway.
Sorry to English listeners. Not really. Yes. I watched School of Rock with Leia, which was really fun because I've seen it more times than I've had a meal, and Leia's never seen it before. It's true.
Like a meal, full stop.
Just like
not
a
even
meal.
like a hot meal.
Not hot.
Like
no, I was gonna
meal.
say hot meal. I was like, no, just a meal. Yeah. So I've seen it many times, and Leia's never seen it. And obviously there has a very good appreciation for Jack Black, which I had never watched the movie with before. And I was dying at his fashion in this movie. And
yeah, T-Guy Swag.
T-Guy Swag was pretty great. And he is genuinely very hot in that movie. It's pretty nice. Watch School of Rock with this perspective, and you too can... I don't know what this joke is going to be. You too can't be free.
You will understand, and your heart will be free, your soul will be free.
Then your mind will be blown by the power of high voltage rock.
You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
Yep, it's true. I watched Victim with Dirk Bogarde, the 1961 movie about the sodomy laws, which was incredible. I mean, it was interesting because it's now looking back on it, there are parts of it that are very dated because it was made in 1961, and it's kind of like a crime thriller in a way. So there's a lot of like scores, like bits of score that are very dated and of the time period. And some of the acting styles are a bit dated, but it's also like incredibly ahead of its time and very politically ahead of its time, I think. And I think it went a long way, apparently, to convincing people to repeal the law. I can't remember what the exact name of the law is, and I think I could be getting that wrong, but it was the one that outlawed sodomy and homosexuality in England and the UK. And I was also reading, so Dirk Bogarde plays the main character, the lawyer, in this movie, and he was closeted at the time, and he took the part knowing that it was about a closeted man, and he wrote an entire scene in the movie himself, which I didn't realize, about the character having a conversation with his wife about the whole situation and explaining to her that what his relationship was with this man that he thought was blackmailing him. And I think it was incredibly brave and lovely. The whole movie, but also his performance. He's also just one of the most, not to be shallow, but the most beautiful men to ever live. And just not just in how he looks, but also how he carries himself on camera is just I love him. Great man, great movie. Watch Birds of Prey, which is the Ewan McGregor connection. It's fine. I was kind of exhausted by it, honestly, pretty early on. But I enjoy the performances. I enjoy the lesbians in it. Like Ewan McGregor.
That is that movie baffles me because every single thing about his character that you're okay, he's gay, right?
Yeah.
He's just, it's not even a joke thing. You're this character is gay.
His character is just gay.
Yeah.
But
he's playing gay.
And they let him, like, tap dance right along the line of, like, making this canon, but then he gets, like, the fucking big crook comes out and, like, yoinks him back when he gets, like, too close to overtly being, like, this man is a homosexual. Yeah. And so you're just sitting there, you're like, what are you doing? Like, you're not, there's, like, literally no plausible deniability there. This character is gay.
Yeah, and especially with the relationship that they bring in with whatever his sidekick's character's name is, it's just like I don't
fucking.
even. Yeah,
those
and like
two characters are fucking in like and you're like, this is like not a healthy relationship, but it's definitely a sexual one.
Yeah, when he's showing Canary around his apartment and like looking at all of his like little oopty goopties, and I'm like, okay, you're a homosexual right now, and always throughout this entire movie, and this is just uncomfortable for me to watch. This is like the opposite of like MLM Willa Willa solidarity right now, because she's like,
it's
I don't
hostility.
Want any
I know
part
it
of this,
it is MLM WLW hostility.
Yeah. Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Call me.
Oh except my God. Apparently she's married to Ewan McGregor.
They can both call me.
It's true. They can both call me. It's true. I wouldn't mind.
Anyway.
So anyways,
I got 2 hands.
That's right. They do. That's right. They both have 2 hands.
We all have 2 hands. We can stand in a circle.
Anyway,
I watched like a theater game. I rewatched Young Frankenstein. Good fun. Gene Wilder's hot. I started Star Trek Strange New Worlds last night, and I watched the first 2 episodes. I cried
it's so
at
good.
The ending of the first episode.
It's
it is
so
good. I'm so happy.
I need to watch it. I'm so excited to watch it.
I am actually so excited, and I like know that we were like. Because I know there's like kind of negative anticipation from some people because we were like seeing all this like heterosexual Spock stuff, you know, we're like, this guy, because the first thing that we see from him is like this like the court, like this relationship, his relationship with T'Pring, his fiance,
who is incredible,
who is great. And then she's like, oh, then he goes off to go back to the Enterprise, so they have to rescue number 1. And then she's like, don't expect me to chase you around the galaxy to ask you to get married. And I was like, okay, wait, are they okay, because this is the actual plot of Amok Time, is that you go and chase them around the galaxy to get married. So they're doing something on purpose,
she just has to look cool because she's like, okay, but a bitch might power walk.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, for Spock?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? It's
she's right. She had no way of knowing he had gone to space and acquired a human boyfriend.
Yeah, because he's gone for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm in love with the actress who they've cast as Uhura. I'm in love with the actress
so
they've
good.
cast as Chapel. I'm in love with every single one of them.
Everybody's fabulous.
And I know all their
Mbega,
names.
the guy who plays Mbega, is so good.
Yes. Oh my God.
He's so good. He's so charming.
Good. Every single
character.
Charming. Yeah.
And
it's great.
The navigator is. I was said something to my dad.
Please.
My parents. Yeah. This I remember what I said to my parents, but I had seen pictures of her. Anyway, she's a lesbian, and you can tell because she has the haircut.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, my dad's like, wait, which one? I'm like, the one with the hair.
The lesbian.
And I was like, Dad, the one with the lesbian hair. She's gay.
Ortegas.
You can just tell immediately Ortegas is gay.
Yeah. It's great. I am so happy about it. And I'm happy that I know every character's name already.
Yes. Yeah. Really, really good job of introducing the ensemble. Yeah. Really good. It's just really good. And it feels like Star Trek. It doesn't feel like Star Trek trying to be something else, which which Discovery and honestly Picard sometimes do. Although I've realized that the thing that Picard feels like is Picard feels like the next-gen movies to me, which is not a problem because I like the next-gen movies.
But
it feels like the next-gen films.
Yeah.
It's not trying to do next-gen, it's trying to do the next-gen movies, which were too actiony because Star Trek Next Generation is the NPR of the Star Trek universe.
Yeah. But also, and like, there's a sense of humor that the original series has, that all of them had, but like a certain sense of humor that the original series has that I feel like
it's goofy.
Strange New Worlds kind of has now.
It has
like,
a little bit
Pike
of it. It has some goof space.
Yeah, and I'm
space
like,
for goofs.
hello, we haven't seen this shit in like years and years now.
I love Discovery, don't get me wrong. Like, I genuinely am a Star Trek Discovery stan for my sins and the show's sins. It is not goofy. It has no time for goofs because the universe is constantly ending.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like this show. It would be better if you dialed down the universe's ending like 2 or 3 points and let these people goof off some more.
They bring up those some of those plot points in the first episode of Strange New Worlds because they have to. It's like, yes, I miss my sister. Yes, when this thing happened, this gigantic horrible thing happened. I was like, yeah, well, rip to those guys. Anyway, let's talk about this now.
Anyway, let's go back to like a manageable stakes. Yeah, let's let's go back to a nice normal first contact mission.
So excited, so happy. Anyway, that's what I've watched. Stan Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, go watch it. It's genuinely a fucking delight.
The only thing that could make it better is if they cast Ewan McGregor. Speaking of which,
and lead in.
We get there eventually.
Yeah.
I realized that increasingly one of the things that I think of when I close my eyes and wish I could look like whatever I wanted is just Ewan McGregor in Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
It's the hair. I've been trying to get my hair to do that for years.
Yeah. It's
the most lesbian a man has ever been.
I was going to say, which one of you wrote that he's the most lesbian a man has ever been in that movie? And that would be Ezra. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. But, I mean, he is.
He's a lesbian. Right. Christian is a lesbian.
Yeah.
But Moulin Rouge they're gay. Because they're lesbians.
It's the
genuinely,
same
though, like, that movie gets even more heartbreaking if you decide that they're gay. And that's, like, part of the aspect of what's keeping them apart anyway. If you turn off Moulin Rouge, like, 12 minutes before the end, it has a happy ending, and I've literally done that.
Then it's fine. Yeah. Well, it has a neutral ending.
There's a specific moment that if you turn it off right then, it has a triumphant happy ending.
Okay.
You just have to be really careful.
You have to be very, very fast.
You have to be very fast on the pause button. Anyway.
I thought about watching Moulin Rouge again after work to, like, prepare for this episode, and I was like, no. I'm not doing that to myself right now. I'm not ready. So many times. And I cry like a bitch literally every time.
Every single time.
Oh my god.
Ewan McGregor is one of those people where, like, Ewan McGregor starts crying and I'm gone.
He's so beautiful.
I'm a sympathetic crier for Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, for real. And
titling this episode, "Don't Cry for Me, Ewan McGregor."
Stop.
Anyway.
The hair also, if I may tangent very briefly, the hair and the outfit that he's got on there is replicated when Hadley Fraser plays what's his bucket, Raoul in Phantom of the Opera 20.
That's why I like his Raoul so much, is because he's just Christopher Moulin Rouge. Fuck off.
Stop.
You're right, and I hate it.
It's just in that production. It's only in that production. I'm like, why do I like this Raoul so much?
You're like, well, yeah, it's because he's oh my god,
Christian.
That's just criminal.
Yep.
I will say, tying into, like, sympathetic crying for Ewan McGregor, I find that he does vulnerability very well, which was, I think, part of the reason why in the early aughts they were like, we gotta put this man in more romance movies, specifically ones that make you sad, because he's very good at being sad.
He's so good. He's so good.
But he has this very specific. Yes, he has this very specific face that I'm sure you guys can imagine, where it's the kind of, like, wide-eyed, like, furrowed brow pain.
Yeah.
And he uses it in Doctor Sleep, obviously.
No.
He uses it. Yeah, he uses it in Moulin Rouge. He uses it as Obi Wan Kenobi. It's great, and it's very evocative. You're like, yes, I understand that, like, this man is in pain, and I relate to that.
So many
and
feelings.
I connect to that.
My favorite Ewan McGregor expression is his shit-eating grin that he always gets.
I love that too.
Every single role.
What is it?
He's so goddamn charming.
I feel like I've described him as having omnidirectional fuck me eyes.
Yeah.
He has that, like, you tell him to turn on the charm, and it just is like, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's great. It's why you're just, so many of his characters, you're like, you're bi.
Yeah. It was very funny to me in Doctor Sleep, where the main villain comes, and they've, spoilers for Doctor Sleep, but I'm assuming you guys don't care. Okay. They've killed all of the main villain's friends, and she shows up to fight them, and she's never seen him before. She has no clue who this guy is, and she sees him and immediately starts using handsome as a nickname for him, which is like, girl, this man's trying to kill you and you're trying to kill him.
But
he killed your boyfriend, and she's like, hey, Kay.
So she's single is the point. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah! And immediately is like, you killed my boyfriend, but what if you and I worked together?
Yeah, I would do that too. I would do
it
that
cracked
too.
me up so fucking bad.
really
They can't help but do that with him.
Yeah. Because how can you not? How can you have her enter the room and be like, hello, Uggo? Like, you can't do that.
No, there's really no way. It just won't fly.
Except,
I'm just
like,
looking at
his
this
whole look
list
in
and,
Fargo, this Fargo show or whatever. But
well, I
makeup.
haven't seen the Fargo show,
Yes.
so...
Apparently it's very good.
I've heard really good
and
things
he's
about
very
it. I
good
just
in it, but like,
don't
oh
have
boy, the stuff, the
attention
makeup they
span.
have put on him
Yeah.
is bad.
I have
oh
no
my
attention
God.
span, as previously discussed on this podcast.
Happy
That's
that
fair.
it's where he met his wife, though. His wife. Mary
Yeah.
Elizabeth Winstead, love of my life.
It's very nice
yeah.
for the two. I'm very happy for the two of them.
I am very happy
Thursday.
that they met on that show. Congratulations
I wish
to the
them
two
many
of
happy
them.
returns.
Many happy years together. Yeah. I'm never gonna watch Jack the Giant Slayer, but he's so hot in that movie.
I feel like somebody used him as like in that movie as like a face cast for a D&D character.
Yeah, it was Helena.
It was Helena.
It was me.
Okay. I think what
It
is.
was
it's
for
that
Helena's
you
Strahd
did that,
character.
and then somebody else also in a different game, like somebody separately
funny.
used that as like a villain or something. It was
How
very
could you
funny.
not?
He's actually the
How
face
could you
cast
not?
for the elf game that Leo runs, I think.
Oh, you're right. It's the
Okay,
elf
that's
game.
what
It's
it
not
is.
Strahd.
I was like, I
yes.
didn't think it was.
I found a gift set of him and I was
That's
like,
right.
This is my idiot.
Because my elf character was like, is
There it
trying
is.
to seduce and marry the king.
Right.
And Helena's like, this is my fake cast for my elf. And I'm like, you can't do that. I'm trying to fuck the king. I can't also want to fuck your character. I have a mission.
I have a mission too, and that's to only cast hot people as my face cast for my characters in the
God.
games. I'm sorry.
God.
I was gonna like Google him just to remind myself what he looked like, and I was like, wait a minute, I know what he looks like. There he is. His hair. Why does his hair look like that in this movie?
I don't know. Gel. Lots of gel.
Why?
Like an industrial grade amount of hair gel.
Why did they make him look like that? Stanley Tucci's in this movie?
Stanley Tucci's in that movie?
Well, hello. Now we're talking. Now these
Damn
things are
it.
getting interesting.
I don't want to watch this fucking film.
Now wait a minute. Let's look at the cast here for a second.
No.
Nicholas Hoult, obviously.
Let's
Stanley
not.
Tucci.
Let's
movie
discuss
looks like shit.
literally
Bill
any
Nye.
movie
Looks
that
like
he's been
shit.
in.
I
Bill
don't
Nye,
want it.
Ian McShane.
Fuck
What the
off.
fuck?
What is happening here?
They spent all their money on the cast and didn't spend any money on the script, from what I can
Eddie
tell.
Marzan. He's there.
Eddie,
don't wanna
okay,
watch this
fine. I will.
fucking
God damn it! I
movie.
love Eddie Marsan so much.
We're in his fan club.
I'm trying desperately to get Kaya to watch Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell with me because they love
Okay.
good world building and I love Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell.
He's hot. Look at him. Not Eddie Marzan.
This movie is a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb, which is significantly higher than I would have guessed.
Well,
Yeah, I thought
IMDb.
that. Well, yeah. I mean, IMDb is unreliable, but also like
Yeah.
that's not that bad.
That's really not that bad.
Okay, I'm
Rotten
just saying.
Tomatoes it is a 52%, which I think makes
again,
more sense.
yeah, but again, I've watched a lot movies with a lot lower Rotten Tomatoes ratings.
Maddie,
True,
you know
I've
how
watched
many
a
times,
lot of shitty movies in my life.
You know how many times we've seen The Brothers Grimm, another movie that would be improved by the presence of Ewan McGregor?
That is a movie that feels like he should be in it.
Yeah,
It does.
It is
truly
surprising
does.
that he is not in
Yeah.
it.
I don't know what part he would play, but I feel like
He should be
in
playing Matt Damon's character.
it. That's fair.
God, that would have can you
Oh my God,
imagine?
that would have
though?
been
that would
really
have just
good.
ended me.
That would have been really good. Now I was like, hello, yeah, kind of. But now I'm like actually thinking
That
about
very
it.
stupid movie that I weirdly love a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it is. I almost said it's good. It's not. It's trash.
not. It's a bad movie.
But I
It's
love
trash,
it.
But it's trash that is perfectly formulated to appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And Heath
I love it.
Ledger
I
is a
love it when
genius.
movies are engineered in a lab for me and not for
Yeah,
quality.
exactly.
They're like, "Hey, Ezra, we designed this specifically to attack your id," and I'm like, "Hi, that's
Fuck
unfortunate."
you. Yeah. I
Fuck
love
you, I'm gonna
looking
watch
at
this
Ewan
movie 10
McGregor's.
times.
I love looking at Ewan McGregor's career because he's got some really good, notable shit.
Yeah.
Like that's like, yeah, everybody loves Train Spotting or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he's got robots.
My man has also been in some dog shit films.
Robots is a
A
bad
lot of
film.
highs, a lot of lows.
The animation is bad. There's a Fountains of Wayne song in it that's Like that's
Okay, which
there.
one?
Okay.
It's not Stacy's mom.
Did they
if
write
that's
it?
What you're wondering.
I was not assuming it was. Did they write it for the movie?
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
That was the era of doing that kind of shit.
It was 2005, so IDK.
He was in The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Goats. Love it.
A movie that was really popular when it came out and then disappeared.
Podcast title.
There's a non-zero possibility that I own on DVD The Men Who Stare at Goats. I'm gonna have to go check later. I remember really liking that movie when it came out. I remember it being very funny. I couldn't tell you what it was fucking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is that movie even about?
I think it's... Okay, hang on.
Clooney's in that film, right?
Well, yes, George Clooney is in that movie. Unfortunately, so is Kevin Spacey, so, you know, it has not aged well in that sense. It's about some sort of, like...
Wow, that's a 2009.
Bizarre...
God, it feels recent, but I know it's...
Like... You know, one of those ideas that, like, oh, like, the U.S. military will throw a bunch of money at total crackpot, like, counterintelligence
The film is a fictionalized
stuff.
version of John Ronson's 2004 book of the same title of an investigation into attempts by the U.S. military to employ psychic powers as a weapon.
Yeah, it's very goofy.
Jeff Bridges!
Yeah, I remember it being very funny, and I kind of would like to see it again, honestly. Also, I'm gonna laugh really hard if I acquired a DVD of it, like, mysteriously. It sounds like the kind of thing I would have bought for $3 at a used DVD store. Yeah. Just like me, you know? Mm-hmm. It just feels like the kind of thing I would have done. Doesn't mean I have, but it doesn't mean I haven't.
Yeah, that could really go either way.
I just wish I could delete the live-action Beauty and the Beast from my brain. I have to assume, like, did he lose a bet? Or something?
You have to assume that everybody in that movie then lost a bet.
I think everyone in that movie lost a bet, frankly.
Ian McKellen is in that film.
Christ, he is!
Or Kevin they're all
Kline
having a laugh.
Is in that movie?
Who? What?
Isn't Kevin Kline her dad?
Yeah, Kevin Kline plays her dad. That movie is very long.
It's really long and it's really bad.
It's not a good film, and it's very disheartening. Disheartening is the wrong word. It's very disorienting to watch that. Yeah, and
there's no
dirt.
You want him to. You want to be very happy that they're doing Be Our Guest and they're trying to make it interesting, and you're just like, Ewan McGregor is not a bad singer, but for some reason,
he has quite a nice voice. It's because he's doing the worst French accent known to man and God.
Yeah,
a man
the man could do voices and accents. Like, what is he doing?
This is why I think he lost a bet with somebody. Or this is like his weird blind spot, and I can do a better French accent than that. And I don't do good French accents.
It on purpose.
Or he's doing it on purpose.
He's doing it on purpose. Because, I mean, you know, Jerry Orbach, you can't really do...
No, you really can't. But that movie is like... There's a lot of people standing very still in cavernous, poorly lit spaces, and then the musical numbers are, like, nauseating.
They're gross. Gaston was just pretty
too
fun.
Much shit happening. Yeah, Gaston was fun, but, like, all of the stuff involving the furniture and shit...
Awful.
It's really Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
And it's I just remember being like, oh my god, I'm gonna hurl.
Yeah.
Like, this movie is giving me motion sickness.
It wasn't good, and this is off topic-ish. This is more about Beauty and the Beast gripe than about Ewan McGregor.
That's fine.
Like, particularly, who was, I should say,
he's
not
fine.
I love the man. He was not my least favorite part of Beauty and the Beast. There's nothing that's inherently his fault in that. It was just a shitty movie that he was in. Yeah. But, like...
My man has been in some stinkers.
He's been in some bad movies.
He's been in some bad movies. The whole thing about, like, I was like, oh, they've made Gaston, like the musical number so much gayer now. And I'm like, have you seen the original Beauty and the Beast? You know the line about Tom, Dick, and Harry? And the team that they want to play on in the movie? You know how LeFou twirls around when he says the opening line? Have you seen the movie recently? It's already there, and it's just like, you know, they wanted to make
Disney, modern
text.
Disney doesn't understand camp.
Yeah. Well, and they're just like, we make it text. It's like representation. It's like, you didn't, though. Did you?
I don't know.
You made the bad sidekick, played by Josh Gad, gay. And you made him dance with the guy at the end of the movie, and then you were like, "We did it!
We want love wins.
Love wins!"
I don't understand that movie. I just thought the funniest thing was that was like the live action Cinderella and that back to back, where like because of the way that the iconic Cinderella dress was constructed, it's that one, like, Lily James is a very petite woman with a very small waist. Yes, she's wearing a corset because that's how you support the weight of, like, literally hundreds of yards of tulle. And also, the skirt is, like, 17 feet across, so the optical, like, of course her waist looks tiny. The skirt is 17 feet across. And people were like, oh my god, they photoshopped her. And she's like, no, they really didn't. I'm just wearing clothes.
Yeah, you guys just don't understand.
You know what they did have to Photoshop is they did have to Photoshop Richard Madden's dick at it because the pants were so tight that they had to Photoshop the promo photos because you could see his dong.
Yeah. It's okay.
Anyway, put Ewan McGregor in tight pants more often. I want that to be a problem that Ewan McGregor is having.
Briefly back to Beauty and the Beast too. I'm mad that they did the gay thing and then they killed off. Then they actually killed. I mean, obviously they killed Gaston because Gaston dies in the original movie and ripped to pieces. He deserves to die, but he's played by Luke Wilson, who is an actual gay man. And then like whatever. What's his name? What are the Lumiere and Cogsworth thing? Whatever they've got going on. The originals. The gay originals. They're
the
straight
nerdy.
Yeah,
they straight watch them, which seems impossible.
They give Cogsworth a wife, and you're like, I don't think so.
You're like,
no.
Really?
Okay, now to be fair, Lumiere is at least bisexual.
Oh, he's bisexual. That's fair. Cogsworth is gay.
Cogsworth is a gay man. He's a gay clock. He's a gay ass
clock.
He's a gay ass clock, dude.
Fucking.
It's only the truth.
Now I'm just thinking about the weird thing where, like, I feel like there was a running joke about there's, like, a ton of Ewan McGregor's early film roles. He just, like, is naked. He's naked a lot.
Velvet Goldmine, yeah?
I mean, yes.
I mean, yeah, he would have to be for that one scene.
I love that movie so much.
Trainspotting? Is he gay? Is he gay in Trainspotting? That would be nice. Is he nude in Trainspotting?
I'm pretty sure he's nude in Trainspotting. I don't know. It's been a long fucking time since I saw Trainspotting.
It's probably an unpleasant nudity if it's in that. If it's in Trainspotting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, based on what I know of Trainspotting, I assume it's not, like, fun.
No, I think that Kevin McKidd gets nude in that movie.
I don't remember.
Because again, he's like the soccer player.
Anyway, I just feel like there was a running, he, like, would make jokes about this, like, I used to just, like, get naked on films a lot, and I'm like, yeah, understandably, why people would look at you and go, please take your clothes off.
Grats. Yeah, hey, excuse me, sir. Get those tits out.
Very much so.
You know what he doesn't get naked in? Star Wars.
What?
Disappointing.
I should have expected that, right? Like, I was like, what's the segue here? There's a few places that could go. And I was literally thinking he doesn't get naked in Star Wars, so I don't know why that kind of surprised me, but it did.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad I can still surprise you after all these years.
After all these years of marriage. Yeah, no, he sure doesn't, but he is doing a very good,
emotionally naked
impersonation.
It's true, and he tries to. That's why the dropping of the robe all the time is about.
He is desperately attempting to take off as many layers as he can, and George Lucas was like, no, 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 and just kept cutting away.
That's what happened.
So I just...
They talk about it on the commentary tracks. It's you know...
It's pretty implicit. I think it's pretty implicit. You can see it.
Sometimes,
I mean, we know.
I'm just
that's why all the swipe cuts.
Business. Yeah, it's what all the swipe cuts are for. Yeah. They're like, oh, okay, we can't show
PowerPoint
that.
Presentation, like,
let's get out of here really quickly.
Oh, that's no longer PG-13.
Yep, that's exactly why. That's why he did it.
Are those PG-13? Well, Revenge of the Sith has to be.
Revenge of the Sith is PG-13.
Definitely.
I don't know.
The first two might be PG. I can't remember though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like... We could look, but it's really not that important.
No. The point is that they would.
I saw them in theaters, but that doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, if he got naked.
Emotions about Obi Wan Kenobi. I just have so many emotions about Obi Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
I think after much soul searching, I think he's my favorite Star Wars character.
You know,
that was a tough call for me to make. personally. I did a lot of like journeying and traveling through mountains or whatever the fuck.
He might be my favorite Star Wars character.
He might be my favorite Star Wars character, and I think it's because he's the saddest bitch that series has. There's a lot of sad guys in Star Wars. Obi Wan Kenobi's whole life is just like the saddest thing you could possibly imagine.
Show me a fandom and I will latch on to the saddest man.
He's had multiple loves of his life die in his arms.
Yeah.
That's more than once that has happened to him.
Yeah.
Not including, like, Qui-Gon Jinn, his father figure and master. We're talking about just the romance.
Do you ever
then he cuts off his brother's arms and legs and leaves him to die because he can't bear to kill him and dooms the whole fucking galaxy for it.
Yep.
Do you ever?
And then he has to live on Tatooine.
Yeah, which, Jesus. Hey, Maddie. I mean, this is partly for Helena, but this is mostly for Maddie, who is also a Clone Wars bitch. Do you ever think about the parallels between what happened to Qui-Gon and what happened to Satine?
Don't know who that
I am now, you
how,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, and how Obi Wan Kenobi's thinks that one of his greatest accomplishments is killing Maul. And then he has to deal with that. And then he comes back and kills Satine.
That's what happened?
Yeah,
spoilers for the Clone Wars series,
for the Clone Wars
guess.
animated TV show.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Maul's a lot. I mean, you saw Solo, right?
You see him you see him at the end of Solo.
Yeah, because they turned him into they turned him into Kenneth Branagh from Wild Wild West. He's got the fucking mechanical spider legs.
I've
got
seen
bisected
Solo once. I barely remember.
That's fair. I only saw it one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched it recently, and I forgot that he showed up again at the end.
Before I had seen Clone Wars, and so I had no idea that they had brought Maul back, and I made a noise in the theater of, shock and confusion.
Yeah, I remember watching it for the first time and being like, does this scene make any sense if you have not already realized that Darth Maul has been alive this whole time?
It does not.
Which, for the many, 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 many people who did not watch the Clone Wars animated TV show, because it is on paper a TV show for children.
Yeah. You're like, it was fucking weird, Doc.
It did air, did it not? Did it during the early 2000s, right? It was be hitting that millennial audience. Is that the same era that I'm thinking of, or is that later? Later?
It's later.
It's 2008 to 2000... Oh boy, 13, and then the final season came out way later. That may not be right. It might be 2009. Anyway, late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah, another show as well.
So there's the
Rebels.
The Tartakovsky. There's Star Wars Rebels, which came out after Clone Wars, but there was also the Tartakovsky Clone Wars shorts, which aired on Cartoon Network between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith coming out, which is where they introduced Dooku.
This may be what I remember.
And the Tartakovsky ones fuck unbelievably hard. The art style is so good, and Mace Windu is a huge bitch, and I love him.
I remember seeing... I never actually watched the show, but I remember seeing trailers for it because I was a Cartoon Network kid, obviously.
I want a fucking t-shirt with the Tartakovsky General Grievous on it. With this motherfucker's giraffe neck. It's weird, and I love him.
It's cool. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the Ewan McGregor.
Stan Clone Wars.
Keep talking.
Ewan McGregor. No, I was just gonna say Stan Clone Wars. Ewan McGregor does not do Obi-Wan's voice, but the guy who's doing Obi-Wan's voice does a very good approximation. Yeah. None of the original actors do the voices for the Clone Wars show, but everybody doing the Clone Wars show is doing a fairly decent job of sounding like the actors.
Speaking of which, I know I've talked about this before. I think when we've talked about Star Wars before, possibly, but that's one of the things I love about I loved about rewatching the prequels. I think it must have been during a marathon or something where I went reverse chronological, where I watched the original trilogy first, or I think, and then the prequels, because the way that Ewan McGregor. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to explain, and then I realized it wasn't. That time when we did a Star Wars marathon, when Z and I lived together, we generally do machete order, which is you watch New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and then go back to Phantom Menace.
Gotcha. And then, I remember this now. but the approximation, not the approximation, the accent, the timbre of Ewan McGregor's voice, the dialect that he is doing for Obi-Wan is so good, and especially if you just like immediately watch the original trilogy and hear how close it is to Alec Guinness's voice, but it's never an impersonation. It's the same kind of shit that I've talked about with why I enjoy Chris Pine's Kirk so much too, is because he's not doing an impression, but he is grabbing inflections and intonations and timbre and gesture and body language and making something of his own of it. Which is why when that bullshit thing like that Kathleen Kennedy said recently, where she was like, yeah, Solo failed because we can't cast actors to replay characters from the original trilogy again.
I'm gonna punt someone. Alden Ehrenreich, who is a fucking delight in that movie. Eat my shorts.
And a talented actor. And I can't remember who it was that pointed out. It's like one of the only
Glover
things.
too, I guess.
Yeah, fuck him too, I guess.
Great.
He was doing a great Lando, and somebody pointed out, it's like one of the only things that people who love the prequels and who hate the prequels can agree on is that Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is like fucking fantastic. So what are you even talking about? Because it's just bullshit. It didn't work. That it's not his fault at all. Anyway, got that out of the way. I need to complain about that for a little bit. Love Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
I have in the notes say, let's talk about angels and demons. Actually, let's not talk about angels and demons.
I wish I want to get high and watch that movie.
You should.
Yeah, I've
Getting
never
high
seen
and
it.
watching that movie is very fun because it's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a large part.
No,
does
he doesn't have a very big part in that movie because the movie just excises the most cuckoo bananas parts of the book. Which is the thing. Okay, I cannot believe I can just tell you this off.
There's a Hadron Collider, right?
There's a Hadron Collider.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of people want to do terrorism with antimatter. Yeah. Also,
remember this part.
The character who is played by Ewan McGregor, who is in the novel Italian, and in this is obviously not Italian.
Scottish.
Is
why not?
Is the Pope's Chamberlain guy. I don't know how the Catholic Church works. It's called a Camerlengo. I don't know what that means. He's the Pope's personal assistant.
Conciliary.
Basically.
It's Tom Hagen.
Yeah. He has a little bit of a Tom Hagen conciliary vibe going on. So the thing is that I don't know, the movie just does not want to touch this with a 10-foot pole, which is probably a good idea. Because in the book, the reveal is that he is the Pope's biological offspring. And he learns this and goes just absolutely ape-escape. Because the twist is that he's like, oh god, the Pope, the Bishop of Rome, the fucking representative of Christ on Earth, also my, father figure who literally adopted me or whatever. And then, the thing is supposed to be that, actually the Pope was in love with this woman who was a nun, and they were but we can't be together because of our vows, so they did IV, they test tube babied it to be we didn't actually have sex, which I guess is also a problem in Catholicism. I don't know, I'm not Catholic and I don't care. And so he just is he has this, so the whole thing is that he's very charismatic, and he's very everybody, he's very widely loved and all of this stuff, and he's secretly absolutely bug fucking sane because he's learned this incomplete truth, and it drives him to murder the Pope, who's both spiritually and literally his father, and do all this shit with faking the Illuminati bullshit. Anyway, he's bug fucking sane. This book, is this book good? No. Did I read it 14 times when I was a teenager because I was bored? Yes.
See, I've only read it once. Puzzles. I forgot this part.
I like puzzles.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. I'm neurodivergent. But
see,
yes.
Oh, please. No, finish your explanation.
And then the thing is that they also cut this because I don't know if this is how Catholicism works or not, but so their whole thing is that they're obviously because he has murdered the Pope, they have to elect a new Pope. And then he basically, like, regrets everything, saves Rome from being exploded in an antimatter, like, implosion or whatever. I don't fucking know. None of this shit makes any sense. It is a little bit like, there's some red matter bullshit going on.
I see.
And then, like,
everything comes back to Star Trek.
He, like, immolates himself and is...
Just like Lord of the Rings.
Just like Lord of the Rings.
And everything comes back to Lord of the Rings.
But then they bury his ashes in the crypt with the Pope.
This I remember?
Because there's these crowds outside in St. Peter's Square start spontaneously chanting his name. And the idea is that there's some Catholic loophole where, like, if this happens, it's considered to be, like, divinely inspired. It's called election by adoration. And so the idea is that for, like, 15 minutes, he was technically the Pope.
Okay.
I wish I could tell you, A, why I fucking remember this. B, why I have not deleted this information. Anyway, I don't know if that's how Catholicism works, and I don't care.
The thing is,
this movie would have been better if it was just entirely about Ewan McGregor being unhinged.
This is my point. All of these things you're saying, this whole, like, election by adoration thing, would all of these things not happen if Ewan McGregor was playing this characters in this situation? I think, yes, we would all start chanting his name and saying, yes, we want him to be Pope, I guess. I don't really care about Catholics or Catholicism.
15 minutes before he dies.
I'm not Catholic and I don't follow their rules, but, like, you know, sure, why not?
Anyway, yeah. The problem with that movie is that they try to make things make sense, and I'm like, none of this bullshit makes sense.
Just let it be just batshit. I think more movies should just be like, whatever, this is why Malignant was so good. It's because James Bond was like, it's just gonna be batshit. It's gonna be the craziest thing you've ever seen with your eyes. And I was like, I love it. Thank you. But before you started explaining Ewan McGregor's role in this movie, and you were like, he's the Pope's, and my brain was like, oh, he's the Pope's son, obviously, right? Like the fucking
like the Borgias.
What are the name of these? Yeah, like the Borgias. And then you were like, oh, he's the Pope's assistant. And I was like, oh, I guess that was kind of a random guess to make, is that he was secretly the Pope's biological son. And then you were like, and also he's the Pope's biological son. And I had a flash of that moment, like when you were like, yeah, Dracula's Judas, when I was explaining Dracula 2000 to you guys. I had that foresight in that moment.
It's interesting that in both of those moments we brought up a Dan Brown novel, because this is also the moment when we had that conversation that you learned the plot of Da Vinci Code. And that was that same episode, that same moment. So,
it all comes back to Dan Brown novels.
It all comes back to Dan Brown. Full circle.
The Holy Trinity. Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Dan Brown novels.
Dan Brown, I guess.
One of these things is not like the others.
Call in Tom Hanks to solve
this
mystery.
One of these things just doesn't belong.
It's too much for me.
Anyway,
wow. So that's sure the plot of Angels and Demons, folks.
Sorry. I like it when Ewan McGregor is unhinged and
it's
like
good.
Genteel.
Don't
about
we all?
It. It's really good.
So mote it be.
He's very good at that.
This is why you should be in more horror movies, I think.
Yes. No.
I think
Absolutely.
he's got the chops for
1000%. What is it? God, there's just some shit on this. Oh, speaking of fucking genteel, like banal but evil. There is a radio play version of the Donmar Warehouse production of Othello, starring Chiwetel Ejiofor, Ewan McGregor, and baby Tom Hiddleston as my single favorite performance of Cassio of all time. This is so good. It's so good.
Num.
Yeah, anyway, he's really good as Iago. I mean, and obviously Chiwetel Ejiofor is, like, genuinely one of the best Othellos. I mean, obviously I can't see it, I've just heard it, but, like, he's world-class. Right. Oh my god, his Othello is heartbreaking. He's so good. He's so regal. You know? Every single time I bring him up on the show, I go, when's he gonna play King Arthur? And I'm not kidding, when's he gonna play King Arthur?
When's he gonna play King Arthur?
We are calling it into being.
He just has such, like, gravitas and poise.
Yeah. It's why,
and, like, anyway.
Like, not, you know, to out myself as a more of a nerd than I already did, but the first thing that I saw him in, of course, was Serenity. And it's just, like, every time I watch that, I'm like, it's just, he's such a despicable character in that movie. It's so hard to hate him.
I forgot that he's in it.
Because he's so charming and so good. Yeah, what's
very
his
charismatic.
character's name? I can't even remember his character's name.
He's the operative.
I've only seen Serenity the one time that you showed it to me after we
Ha.
watched Firefly, and I just never got over it. We were like 17, and I just did never get over it. So
That's fair.
Reasonable though.
Yeah, it's
it's
kind of a heartbreak.
years later.
I was like, what would you not be able to get over? And then I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that I had like no warning or preparation for.
Yeah, wonder what that could be.
Yeah,
we feel like
I would've
we've been
set me
talking
up for
about
that
this
one.
for a while, but now I'm just thinking about like specifically Ewan McGregor being really good in rom-coms. Is like this podcast loves Down with Love.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch Down with Love.
Go watch that with love.
If
Beginners
you haven't, okay,
kind of counts as a
I
as a
liked
romantic comedy.
Beginners. I
Yeah.
remember enjoying that film a lot. I don't know
Yeah.
if it would stand up to rewatching, but I remember liking it a lot at the time.
I enjoyed it. I'm kind of neutral on Mike Mills movies and like
That's
I
fair.
found in general. But I remember I saw it in theaters because it was playing at the Student Union Building Theater when I was in college.
Oh yeah.
So I saw a lot of random stuff there. But he's it's him and Melanie Laurent and Christopher Plummer. So and there's like a dog that he talks to. He has a little pet, the Jack Russell Terrier that he has conversations with. And I'm like, hey, mood. He wears a lot
I
of
still
striped
need to see
polos in it. He's
Speaking
cute.
of, I really need to see the Halston miniseries. I've heard good things about that. I should really watch that at some point.
I also watched
my
I Love
total
You,
lack of
Philip
attention
Morris
span.
in college. Don't remember
Oh my
much
god,
about
I've
it.
never actually seen that, and I really want to.
Neither have I.
It's an interesting one. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that it's a good one, but
Nah, but it feels like
no.
it's worth watching as like a weird artifact of the time. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's so random that it was made in 2009. I feel like it feels so late for that kind of thing to happen. But I think were you going to talk more about Down with Love?
Oh no, I was just gonna say like the like Down with Love and then and the other rom-com. I mean, obviously Big Fish, which I haven't seen Big
I was
Fish
gonna
in
say Big Fish.
years. God, I love
love
Big
Big
Neither
Fish.
have I.
Um,
I have to go a long period between watchings of Big Fish just because it just like gets me.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
gets me so hard every time.
my mom and I
The
have
ending.
are like a 2-person fan club for the film Salmon Fishing in the Yemen.
I really need to see it. I just keep forgetting about it and then being like, oh shit, I have to see this movie.
My defense of this movie is that it is written by the guy who also wrote Blow Dry and Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day, and that's why it's so good, is because he's
Yeah.
an incredibly good rom-com writer. It is... I am such a white woman about that movie. Like, I'm not a woman, but I turn into like a capital W's white woman about that movie.
Oh my god. Wait.
It's just... Anyway, I'm not gonna comment on the, like, political... Anyway, it's don't think too hard about that movie. It's really very sweet.
Kristen Scott Thomas is in it, hey?
Kristen Scott Thomas is in it. Emily Blunt is in it.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm looking
It's
at the
really
director here for a second.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Lossy Hill.
Oh,
Have any of
also,
us seen...
Yes, he did direct My Casanova. The Casanova with
okay.
Heath Ledger, which turned me
yeah.
into a bisexual person because Natalie Dormer is in it.
Jesus. Like, forgot how hot Natalie Dormer was, and I saw a picture of her the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, wow.
It's a lot.
That's a problem.
It is a problem.
Have either of you guys seen the Emma with Gwyneth Paltrow?
I have
No.
not. Who does he play in it? Are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up right now. I am... By God, I am scrolling. Where the fuck is it?
I don't know. I had a weird time period where I was like, I hate Gwyneth Paltrow.
It's about Shakespeare in Love, huh?
It's always about Shakespeare in Love, Helena. All of my gripes come back to Shakespeare in
He
Love.
plays...
Oh.
I hate Joseph Fiennes for the same reason.
He played well. That's valid.
Not his faults.
Well, I mean, and not liking Gwyneth Paltrow is also kind of valid. He plays Churchill. I see.
Cute.
Alan Cumming plays Mr. Elton.
Yeah.
That is
Fucking,
very funny.
Oh, also, I don't know. I don't think either of you have ever seen Miss Potter, but it's the fucking little movie about Beatrix Potter.
I have not
Yeah.
seen.
It's very sweet.
I
That
love
made me
Beatrix
cry. I
Potter.
cried a whole bunch
Yeah.
watching that movie.
Speaking of movies that are gonna make me cry that are about, like, beloved children's stories, fucking Christopher Robin.
No.
Christopher Robin, I can't do it because of the psychic damage I know that will cause
fucking
me.
cried at the trailer. I was watching the trailer thinking, I can't watch this movie because I was crying in a movie
I was with
theater.
you when you saw that trailer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were. Now, let me say, I'm a Cancerian, so I cry at everything, and I do cry at movie trailers all the time. I cried at the movie trailer for Coda as I was sitting there thinking, I don't think this movie's gonna be that good, and I was crying anyway.
Yeah.
But I know I have such a, like, emotional connection to Winnie the Pooh that I'm going to watch this movie and be an inconsolable mess.
Yeah.
I saw the other movie about a Milne with Donald Gleason. And that one fucked me up pretty good. Because that one's just all about World War I trauma.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yikes.
Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin, makes me cry. So
makes you cry every time, too.
And all that movie is about is Christopher Robin goes to school, and they make a mistake. And he's gone to a big skeleton head.
They've gone to Skull. They go and try and find him.
Yep. And they're braver than they believe, and smarter than they think, and stronger than they seem, and that's the whole plot of the movie. And it's like, that's not sad. I'm not going to cry about that.
Christopher Robin is that movie, but like 30 years later, where he went to school and never came back. Like, I can't do that!
I cannot watch this movie!
No, that's like the ending of Toy Story 3, but worse, because there's no closure for it. Which we also saw together in movie theaters, as I recall. Yeah.
Yeah, we cried so bad. Cried so much. That was at the movie theater near your house.
It was. Midnight premiere, baby.
Toy Story 3 came out the summer I was going off to college, which was just like...
Yeah, for us that would have been the summer before our senior year, so it was also very, like...
It was, like... bad, dude. I mean, and like now to this day, I cry. Every single time I watch Toy Story 3, I cry, and it's the exact same moment. It's when his mom walks into his empty room and is like, "Oh, the room's empty," and I'm like, "Fuck you!" And then I just start crying for the last like 15 minutes of the movie. Every single time, it's like a switch that flips. It's terrible. Anyway,
I remember I was crying at the like climactic scene where they're all about to. They're like. God, where they're like falling
They're in the
into...
garbage heap. They're like about to be incinerated.
Right. That's when I started crying.
I just like lost it.
And then I just like went. That was it. I was done.
Yeah.
I was gone.
Ewan McGregor would be good in that movie. It's a shame that he hasn't been in that. And
put him in Toy Story.
He was in Robots instead, which was...
And he was in fucking Robots instead, a movie I've never seen.
I don't remember the plot to this film. I know that Robin Williams was in it. I know that Mel Brooks was in it.
Capitalism, I think.
It's kind of about unions. It's kind of about capitalism. He's kind of playing a similar character to the character he plays in Big Fish, where he's like... kind of an entrepreneur, inventor sort of thing.
Is he play the main robot?
Yeah, he plays the main robot who you're meant to be. And then they like make him like the hot robot. You're like, but he's not hot. And they're like, no, but like in universe he is because he's the leading man. And here's the sexy female robot. And you're like, but what? And you're like, no, kids, you have to remember that sex is important and so is gender difference. And you're like, but that's not. And then it's indoctrinated.
I'm never watching this movie.
Halle Berry is in it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Halle Berry's in it.
Yeah, no, it's about capitalism.
Cool. I mean, watch Bug's Life, weirdos. Come on. Yeah, questions. If you have questions, just watch Bug's Life. A movie he would also be great in and should have been in.
A movie that he should have also been in. Name a movie that Ewan McGregor shouldn't have been in. Harder than you can think.
What is Ewan
harder
McGregor
than you can think is not a fucking sentence, but like whatever.
It's okay, I knew what you meant.
Still pretty hard.
What's our
Drive.
upcoming projects for
You shouldn't have been.
Are you
Drive.
sure?
Something called...
Are you going to commit to that answer?
Yeah, I'm pretty
What?
sure. Okay. You shouldn't have been in Drive.
Yeah, because I don't want to watch Drive.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Ezra.
He shouldn't have been in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang because that's a perfect movie.
Yeah, true.
That's true. He's playing some dude who wants to climb Mount Everest, which apparently Mark Strong is also going to be in, so that's cool.
They're going to climb...
In
Never
what?
mind.
It's called Everest. But he's playing George Mallory, a dude who keeps trying to climb Mount Everest, which people should stop doing.
People should stop doing that.
Because
Yeah.
they're just
For many
leaving trash
reasons.
all over the fucking mountain.
And bodies.
Yeah, and if you die up there, you stay up there.
You stay up
we
there.
really need that is a sacred place for the local Sherpa people, and we should stop fucking leaving trash
We should
and
just
human bodies on
end-
there. We should just stop.
It's
Quit
been
that
done.
shit.
Somebody's already done it. Somebody's climbed to the top. Let's give it up. Let's just go home.
More
I
than
have no
one. I
intention
think
of
that
doing it.
we'd be like, they did it. All done.
It's over. It's over.
We're good.
Oh, well, guess what? All he is also in is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
That
Oh, that's right.
is
So that's
very
exciting for
funny.
me
He's
personally.
playing a villain, I think.
He is playing some cricket. Sebastian J.
Yeah.
Cricket. I don't know who these people are. I haven't seen. It's been a really fucking long time since I've seen Pinocchio.
Sebastian. Is that Jiminy's?
This
gay
is based
brother?
more on the This
I
is more
see.
based on the original story.
That
so
seems to
if you've
imply
only
that
seen, like,
Jiminy
the
Cricket
Disney
is
Pinocchio,
not also the gay
is
brother.
not gay.
Well, you know the other gay cricket. Excuse me. Yeah,
Yeah, there can only be one gay cricket at a time.
it's true. Well, that's good for him. Good for him. He's got a couple projects coming up. Obviously,
Congrats.
he's doing Kenobi.
He's fairly consistently worked basically since like the 90s. I feel
Yeah.
there's usually at least one Ewan McGregor project kicking around in there somewhere. Which
So,
I mean, good for him. We all gotta work.
Yeah.
Trainspotting 2...
He's a good actor. I like seeing him in stuff.
Trainspotting 2 legitimately worth watching, especially if you, like...
I want to see it, yeah.
are interested, if you've seen the original, if you've seen Trainspotting, I went to see it with somebody who, like, was the person who first showed me Trainspotting, and it had an interesting, I thought it was in dialogue with the original, and also, like, the original's cultural impact in an interesting way.
Interesting.
Also, there's a really, really funny sequence where, two of them, like, go to a bar where there's all the people who are, like, still relitigating, like, the fucking glorious revolution of whatever the fuck, where William and Mary of Orange came in after the English Civil War. And, like, it's there's, like, whatever year that was, and they steal everybody's debit cards because everybody has their pin as the fucking year of the glorious revolution. It's really funny.
I would like to rewatch. It's been a very long time since I've seen the original Trainspotting, so I would love to rewatch it and then see T2. I love that it is called T2, which is the same like title of Terminator 2.
It is very funny. I do love that. Apparently, he's also in a movie called Raymond and Ray. It's also starring Ethan Hawke, so that's cool.
Interesting.
Appropriate, since my mom.
That sounds like Ezra bait.
Ethan Hawke.
Oh yeah,
with Ewan McGregor tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Coincidence? I think not.
That's a whole lot of Ezra bait. As I have now outed myself as a person who has a crush on Ethan Hawke.
Why be ashamed?
What can I say? I saw fucking Gattaca one too many times as a teenager.
See,
and
this
now
is
we're
interesting
here.
because I had a crush on Jude Law in that film.
I mean, I also had a crush on Jude Law in that film.
Because
This is not like
mutually exclusive.
Mutually
No.
exclusive.
these are not
crushes,
mutually
yeah.
exclusive. I just also ended up with a crush on Ethan Hawke.
Ezra, his hair is really pretty bad in Moon Knight.
It's really bad.
He came
Thank
on
you for validating
stage.
me.
Came on screen and I
Yeah, a stage.
came on screen and I was like, oof, ouch.
Yeah.
You do look like a cult leader though, so I mean, like, it works.
Oof ouch my bones,
but-
but oof ouch my hair.
Oof, ouch my eyes. Let's see. What else
You
do
know
we
who
have
did walk on
here?
stage and have really good hair? This is a conversation that we should have had several minutes ago. Roger Allen
Sure.
was Falstaff. Anyway.
Anyway. I was reading
okay.
this article about him and just briefly about him in
Yeah.
Moulin Rouge. I was like, he sings his own songs in Moulin Rouge, right? And I Googled to double check, even though I know the answer is yes. And he was just talking about, like, how much time they spent, like, practicing those songs and how, like, pressured he felt. And I'm like, oh, bud, but, like, great product. They did a really good job. He's got a great voice. I don't know. And there's so many, we've talked about this to death, but there's so many movie musicals where either, like, they get actors who can't sing and make them try and sing anyway, or they just get other people to sing, which actually I kind of prefer the second one, honestly. Like, if they can't sing, just get someone to dub over. That's okay. That's what they did for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and it works great.
That's what they did for years
but I'm
in
like,
Hollywood. It's an old practice.
Yeah, but I'm like, at least they can sing, and they trained them how to sing for this role. That was great, and it worked great, and I love that, and I'm in love with them. So
Yeah.
I finally found the joke and we can sign off on this if we want, because I'm hungry. I finally once again found the goofy little anecdote that was what I was trying to think of earlier when I was making the joke about Ewan McGregor getting naked in things, which is him telling a story about having been in a production of the Joe Orton play What the Butler Saw, which involves there's a gag in there where this one of the like young male characters like is like naked and has to like pop up from behind a couch and then like grab a convenient police helmet to like hold over his balls, you know, to just be like, you can't see my junk, and he's like one night I just like kind of let it slip to get a laugh and people went crazy, so I just kept doing it.
I see, King.
Yeah.
That's a confident man. I love that for him.
You know, I love that for him.
I love a man who will do almost anything for a laugh, because, like, me too.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
Anyway, so, yeah.
That's our man, Ewan McGregor.
Also, What the Butler Saw is very
fucking
fun. It's a very good play. It's very funny.
Mm-hmm. I have never heard of him before, actually. Unfamiliar to me.
I don't even remember what. I have to check and see whether that's one. That might have been one of the things that I saw in Study Abroad.
Any last thoughts on our man?
I've never seen Velvet Goldmine. It feels remiss to do a Ewan McGregor episode and not talk about it, but I don't have anything to add because I haven't seen it yet, so...
Oh, I haven't seen it either, actually. All I know about is the sex scene.
Yeah, me too.
I have emotions about Velvet Goldmine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just very, like... Okay, how do I put this in? Velvet Goldmine, I feel like, has that feeling that movies from, like, the, like, 80s, 90s, early 2000s that are made by queer filmmakers, where you watch them and you feel like, you're in on something. You feel like you are watching a different movie than a straight person is watching. And that's really, like, good. It feels good. You know? Yeah. I don't know. That movie's, it's just really, I fucking love Velvet Goldmine. I can't even speak intelligently on it because I'm hungry and,
that's okay.
I have squirrel brain. But, it's just, I don't know, man. I really care about Velvet Goldmine a lot.
I'd love to see it someday. It's definitely
really
on
like
priority watch list.
It's like
sure.
Gloriously messy, you know.
I love that
in a way that I feel like I just have not seen in a long time. Everything
Who's he
just
playing
feels
opposite in that movie again?
Jonathan Rhys-Davies.
Jonathan
Rhys-Meyers. Fuck me.
That would be really funny.
Like,
no, not. It's John Rhys-Davies. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
Oh, okay.
And
Jonathan
Rhys-Meyers
and Christian Bale.
Yeah.
All of
Christian
them
Bale.
at
Okay.
peak twink phase.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And Ian McShane and Bill Nighy and Eddie Marzan and Nicholas Hoult and the entire cast from Jack the Giant Slayer are also
crazy.
in that movie.
Whoa.
Crazy coincidence.
I'm gonna crawl.
Nicholas Hoult, who was like a fetus at the time.
He was a young boy. He was a young baby.
He was a child. Yeah.
About a boy stardom.
It's just very like. Yeah, I don't know. It has a sort of a more mature queer sensibility to it in a way that is something I feel like is something that I like miss sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
go watch Velvet Goldmine. And since this is the last podcast we're going to make before
Wow.
Since this is the last podcast we're going to record before the Kenobi show kills us all,
even though I will not be watching it probably, but go crazy.
That's completely fair.
Before it kills, this is going to be a Helena-only show.
Yeah, I will do a podcast by myself, and I'll talk about Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back from the dead to talk about Strange New Worlds, though.
If Qui-Gon Jinn's ghost comes back, I very much doubt that they'll bring Liam Neeson back for that one, I'm not going to lie. But if they find out a way to do it, I will cry.
I'm gonna cry.
Bring Cody back.
I'm gonna cry if they bring
They're
Cody
not gonna
back.
bring Bail Organa back either. These are 3 things that are not gonna happen, but if they do any of them, I'll cry for sure. Guaranteed.
I feel like Bail Organa is more likely than the first two, eh? Because
This is true.
He came back for Rogue One briefly. It's the only reason I say that.
I would die.
Yes.
I want Cody. Bring me Cody.
I want Cody so bad. Once again, this is another thing where it's like, if you did not watch Clone Wars, you're not gonna understand anything about this, but they brought Maul back, so, like, they don't care about that shit at this point.
Also, to be fair, we don't know what happened to Cody. There's no...
We don't know what happened to Cody. They still have not addressed what happened to Cody. Where's my boy? I am so afraid for him.
I know.
Where's my fucking son?
Oh my god. It's like all of the options are heartbreaking. It does not matter.
Where is my son's been?
Yeah. Anyway.
He's gonna be my new podcast recorder person.
Yeah,
my co-host.
Commander Cody. Commander Cody
is my new co-host on Sneople.
Talk about it.
Sometimes
really
I'm just minding my own business
joke.
And I hear Maddie's voice saying, Commander
Cody! Bring me a cheese stick.
It does,
Stupid podcast.
Promise we won't do that too much. Bringing our own inside jokes on here. We've already done that. It's too late. Never mind. Sorry.
I accidentally made a joke about our Monster of the Week game on Parascience. Like,
yeah. We talked about this, I think, on this show, where maybe not. The person who was helping, one of the people who's helping transcribe was like, hey, what does this mean? And Z and I had to be like, yeah, that's referencing our home game.
There are 5 people on the planet who understand that reference.
Yep. That's all.
It's spelled, the name of the town is spelled like this. Anyway, I really thought they were gonna cut that, so.
Yeah, me too.
Anywho,
unlike this show where Maddie cuts virtually nothing in order to spare our feelings.
Well, I mean, also it's very different from a narrative show where they have to cut for clarity.
I'm just messing with you.
Spontaneity is good, but luckily the outro is written down, which is
Thank
good
you
for
for
me.
editing this show, Maddie.
Please don't edit
Happy
this
to
part
do
out
it.
because it's important.
Because it's the part that goes at the end of the show that tells people the episode is over. Yeah,
yeah. I'll tell you how it goes right now. You probably heard it before.
It's over. You're free.
It's been slightly edited because I realized that it actually didn't make sense the way it was before. So
that's cool. Only it's been a while.
Patch notes. I moved around a sentence.
All right, let's see how this goes for me then. Let's see. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Sneople at the Movies from the Infinity Break Network. Check out infinitybreak.net for more awesome content, and come hit us up on Twitter at people_snake, or shoot us an email at sneopleatthemovies@gmail.com. If you've got a subject you want to hear us talk about, a movie with Ewan McGregor you think we absolutely need to see, or links to good Ewan McGregor photo shoots to share, please come say hello. Our amazing music was done by Johnny Ronaldo, who you can find at Johnny Ronaldo on Twitter. Our snooper... God, I did it again. I said snooper. All right, well...
Maybe I should have did that too.
It's
Patch
okay.
Notes 3.0.
No S-U-P-E-R before S-N-A-Z-Z-Y. Anyway,
that's my fault. I'm
logo.
the one who came up with the phrase super snazzy.
It's okay. It adds a little charm, my fucking up multiple times.
A little zhuzh.
A little zhuzh, a little grease in the wheel. Our super snazzy logo was designed by Bethany Luthold. Check her out at bethanyluthold.wixsite.com. If you can, please leave a review on iTunes and share the show with any friends who you think would enjoy it. Any way you can spread the news helps us so much, and we would really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the movies.